So the first step, which has seemed to be the theme lately, is Steel Dirt Perfect's loader. We're gonna do that real quick because we've got some saccharine to move. It's got it. Get the AC fired up here. Perfect. Key, throttle. Nice. Roll the forks up into anti-car impalement mode, and we'll head to the gym. So I got 42 bags of Quikrete because that's what you got to buy to get $1 off a bag, and by the time you get the $1 off a bag, it comes out to a pretty decent price. So I get these from Home Depot. One, they just have the best price around, even better than my concrete supply yard, by dollars a bag, not by cents, by dollars a bag. They've got the best price around. The downfall is they used to have straight trucks, now they have all articulated trucks, so they can no longer get up to my house. Every now and then I can sweet talk one into taking the 1.5-mile trip with their fork truck, but most of them won't do it because it is against their company policy and something about being afraid of getting fired. So normally I just have them deliver stuff either to Mike's lot or to the barn or the gym, and then I'll Steel Dirt Perfect's loader and shuttle it up to the house. If it's light enough, I'll use the 555, but the 555 is not going to pick up 42 bags of saccharine. And then we just make the drive up to the abandoned property, is where we're going to put these, because I don't think we can get this loader all the way through the woods. Sure, we put that good unleaded in there. Step 2, we're gonna head up to the gym and see what kind of tile or pipe we've got. We need to put some tile in behind that retaining wall before we backfill it. Just walked down the road with that pipe and some fabric. The road's still pretty soft. A little nervous about this situation. We need to swing those out of the way because we're going to fork them out with the backhoe. I don't need those two forms anymore, but we got to get that fired up. still not 100% confident in the dryness of the road and that two-wheel drive backhoe, but we've got brake steer, and so the bucket is on the backhoe, which is at the top of the hill by the stone pile. I can hear thunder coming, which means we've got weather coming. Boy, what I wouldn't give to get some backfill on this thing with that stone before it gets here. So whenever we poured this, I stuffed a bunch of paper right there. In theory, that's where that drain tile is going to come out. I just need to get enough poked out of that wall, and then we can lay the rest back in there. All right, well, this is fun. So I left you here because I was just go get shots of dumping stone into the back of the wall, and I get up there. The backhoe's been so reliable the past month. Battery's been working fine, no issues. This is when it decides not to start. I had to come back down and get you guys. I blocked myself in because it's been so reliable. So we gotta walk back to the shop, hope the jump pack's charged. The odds we make it back in time, oh gosh, before it rains, pretty low. So we ended up with about 4 inches of rain that day. A few inches of rain the following day. It's been 3 or 4 days now at this point, and I've got about an hour this evening. But if I don't get a little bit of stone in the back of this thing, I might lose my mind. So here we go. Just see if we can get a little bit done this evening. Use my rock hammer here. Not made for rocks, it's made out of rocks. Okay. Pond's filled back up again too, so that's neat. This is good. Everything's fine. Everything's, oh, I'm not that flexible. Why did that hurt so bad? It's a new day. Well, it's a new half a day. If we can get everything to go right on this half day, we'll be where I want to be. And we need to talk about one thing. I thought it was obvious, but based on the comments, it was not. Yeah, we'll talk about it here in a second. Let's see if this thing... Yeah, I bet it doesn't. But that's okay. That's why we got a jump pack. So a few people have said, looks like you're not going to get it finished in time to enjoy this summer. I thought it was kind of obvious when we started this, but apparently not. Maybe I just never said it. But based on the size and the scope of the project, there was never any intention to get this done in time to actually utilize this summer. We will have it done and able to use it at least once just to test it and have things fired up. But the goal is to get everything finished up so that next summer we can come down here, we can do our season opening where we get everything cleaned up just like you do with the pool. You go through, you do your pre-season cleaning and everything like that, and then we can enjoy it ready to go next summer. That way it's not a project I have to work on next summer. It's just something we can get in and enjoy. You can see that with all that rain we had, this filled back up, so that's neat. We'll try to get this pump up and going again. This is an extensive project. This is more than a let's put an above ground pool together, and honestly I think it's a little bit more than let's build an in-ground pool. There's a lot going on here with the shelter house and the retaining walls, and then building the pool itself down in the bottom, getting the pumps and the waterfalls and everything set up the way we need it to work. There's a lot going on. The goal is pretty simple. Just get it done this summer and this fall. We'll use it at least once just to test it and make sure we're happy with everything, and then next year open it and enjoy it. And then build something else crazy, because we got an imagination that doesn't seem to stop. So if you thought you were going to see us enjoying this and finished by the end of this summer, I do apologize if I led you on that way. I certainly didn't mean to. I kind of thought the size and scope of the project laid out those expectations, but I guess I never actually said it. So there you go. That's the plan for what we're doing. pretty evident. Apparently I forgot to clean this thing out last time I used it. I kind of expect things like that because of who I am. What I don't expect is a brown recluse. I expect a lot of things to come after me. Normally, you know, my own decisions is my #1 attacker. A brown recluse on the cement mixer was not in my bingo card. That's a little better. He's got some cool texture too now. So that's the first 10 bags. Just give myself a little bit of break from mixing bags. I'm gonna go ahead and start plopping some of these stones in. The idea is we're just dumping this in here. We put these stones on. There's that one big stone underneath there already. It just fills that void space. The Saccrete is cheaper than Saccrete mortar by about half. It's about 9 something for a bag of mortar, about 4 something for a bag of Saccrete. So we're running the Saccrete, and then once we get these stone in here, we'll fill them in too. The idea is that the Saccrete just fills the void space between these blocks. We're making a wall out of it, creek on this side, pool on that side, and we just want a clean edge, so whenever we do the pool side of this operation, we've got something good to work with. We're not worried about it being perfect over there. It just gives us a little bit better edge. See if we can get some of these flopped in there, and then we'll do this side as well. There's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just filling up airspace. It's that much less concrete we have to use in that thing. Now, this will just flop over like that. Watch the splash. Look at that. Awesome. No. All right. So I went ahead and went up and got 15 more bags of Saccrete off the pallet because I thought that sounded like a good time. I really want to get this knocked out because the next step after this, remember, the whole thing we're doing here is just one big old monolithic chunk of material between these two big chunks of natural limestone. That way we've got a good, steady, solid base for the little cut retaining wall we got to put in. And I'll show you what I mean with that here in a second. But I want to tell you that sometimes you're working on projects, and this is one of them, where you're just like, I'm done. You know, I don't want to move any more Saccrete. Now, I don't want to get any more Saccrete out of this bucket, put it into this mixer, carry it down the creek, and then dump it into here. Don't want to do it anymore. It's not the hoot that I was having earlier. You know, we're not having the grandest of times. But as we all know, the DIY rule, we just got to keep moving. You know, if we just keep a little progress, we keep moving forward, eventually this thing will be done. Eventually I can sit down here, float around on a float with a cold snack in the cup holder, and just enjoy life for at least a couple minutes without picking up something heavy, you know. So we just got to keep pushing. And it's okay to not enjoy what you're doing at the moment. That's fine. Just I think as long as the goal is worth the work, you know, as long as the outcome is worth what we're putting into it and a little bit more, I'm fine with it. Well, that looks awesome, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So we're going to do a very similar retaining wall there, around there, skim the top, and then go around and catch the edge. Oh, there it is, this rock here. And then that's going to be kind of the outer perimeter of that particular section of the project. And there's going to be a little more concrete go on top of that, but I don't want to do any more tonight because we've kind of half butted that form. I want to try a little stone rearranging to make sure these rocks are going to do what I need them to do. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this big triangle fella slid out of the way, because right now he's kind of in my way. That's working really well. The odds I can roll them without having a hernia. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, go. And move my foot. Oh yeah, that's a rolling rock for sure. Not the fun kind, the literal kind. Okay. So this fella is gonna go right there. I don't know if I can get him there yet or not. I want it to go right in there. I I don't know if I can quite get it there how I want it without the wall being there. I mean, I bet we can get it close. Oh gosh, what kind of spider are you? Now, you might bite me, but I don't think you'll kill me, so that's good. We'll let you go. Oh, well, he went to the bottom, so maybe not. Well, I mean, pretty close. He's on that side. He is confused. Rightfully so. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. I need to see if I can get this one, because the uphill side is low. If we can get it to pop up so we can fill underneath it with some mortar and stuff. Are we lucky with where the edge is at? Worst case scenario, I think I can reach this one with the backhoe. Oh, she budges. All right. Now we got. Oh yeah, look at that. That's it for this one. Next video should be right back on this thing, getting this wall, this, and maybe a little what you're sitting on tidied up, finished up, and ready to go. And then after that, the following week, we should have the 304 back up here, get that dug out the way it's supposed to be, and maybe start working on some of the wall work in there. A lot of cool stuff coming up on this project, a lot of stuff coming up on the gym, and one random work day for Dirt Perfect whenever the trucking situation works out. I cannot thank you guys enough for watching. I can't thank you enough for your support. Your comments are what keeps me pushing through this project, especially on days like today. So I do truly appreciate that. That's it. I'm gonna go see if I can sneak these in the washer real quick. See y'all later.